The best times to do any observations is when the ocean is really calm. And at the moment in Perth, we have really calm conditions, which are making for amazing viewing. But first of all, Wolfie sent me a message saying that there's a rig out 9 kilometres out of the Perth shore, and he claimed that it was bad news for flat Earth. Well, I'm not sure about that, Wolfie. You'll have to send me your data. So tonight was the best viewing night I've seen all year. It was so clear. So we've got a video here of Rottnest. That's Wodgumup Lighthouse on the right there. On the left there, you can see a light. Well, you can see a couple of lights there. I'm not sure what those lights are, but I endeavour to find out. They could be car lights, they could be street lights, could be lights attached to buildings. I'm not exactly sure, but I want to try and find out, because I think that's really interesting that with Rottnest being, 25 odd kilometres away, that we can see those lights down near the water. So we're going to pan left now. Such great viewing conditions. I just wanted to go all the way to Garden Island and Fremantle. The sea was just so flat. That light coloured water you can see there, I think is the deeper channel. I think it's the light reflecting off a different colour because that's the channel and the water's deeper there. That's my take on it. That's a life-saving boat going in and out. They have the races on at the moment. That's just a ship that was out there. And as you can see, the crosshair is above those channel markers. I'm at 12 meters above the sea level. I think the tide was really low. I think I'm more like 14, 15 meters above the sea level. Just looking at the position of the sea, it looked really low today, really low tide. So I think my actual position above the sea level is pushing more, 15 meters, maybe even more. All right, so they're the channel markers of Fremantle. That's Garden Island that I'm panning past now. That's the first time I've seen Garden Island from the Florey car park. Okay, so here it is. This is the North Mole Lighthouse, the infamous North Mole Lighthouse that I tried to view a couple of months ago and copped a lot of criticism for. More on that later in the video. So that's the Fremantle Port. You're just looking over City Beach now as you pan left. See that red light there? Remember that red light for later. Coming up is the North Mole Lighthouse. As you can see, fully visible. Okay, so here's the next video. Just going to run through a couple of videos. It's pretty much the same as the last video. Remember that red light? I'll talk about that in a second. And as we pan right here, we run into the North Mole Lighthouse. That's the tower at Cottesloe Beach. And there's the North Mole Lighthouse, fully visible, and even the channel markers behind the North Mole Lighthouse are also visible. All right, so this one's back to Rottnest, all on the same night. We can see the windmill there. And as you can see, because the viewing conditions are a bit better, we can see that the windmill and this one here, the Wodgumup Lighthouse, are hidden behind the hill, like vegetation. So that's why you don't see the full height of that when the conditions aren't so good. That's the Bathurst Lighthouse right on the middle crosshair there now. And the crosshair looks like it's sort of at the base of the Bathurst Lighthouse, maybe a quarter of the way up it. Really hard to tell, and I want to talk about the dumpy level crosshair today. But the main thing I want you to look at there is the light that you can see down near the water. Very interesting. Going across the channel markers, and you can see I've panned right here to the oil rig, so you can see that the crosshairs are on the right amount. So if I'm 12 meters above sea level, possibly more, possibly 13, 14, that seems to match up on the oil rig. Beautiful night to view Rottnest. All right, so you've got windmill there, and you've got the Bathurst Lighthouse there, and you've got a little light you can see. Now I want to have a quick chat about the dumpy level crosshair. The dumpy level crosshair can become really inaccurate over distance. The slightest of movement of the crosshair, the slightest adjustment, can mean the difference between the expected drop of the Earth, of a globe versus the flat Earth. I wouldn't take an observation I've done with a crosshair as absolute solid that proves globe or flat Earth. It's a good indication, but I want to start focusing on light. And with my signal mirror and also just really powerful lights, you can see that the light all the way over there at Rottnest is fully visible, whether that's a car light or a street light, whatever it is. Any sort of strong light aimed at the camera from Rottnest or from down at Mandurah 20 kilometers away will reach the camera. Guarantee it. The good thing about light is light breaks through the atmosphere, any atmospheric effects. If we can see the light, then there's no obstruction stopping the light from coming to the camera. Personally, I'm going to be focusing on experiments that involve light, whether it's a laser, whether it's a signal mirror, whether it's just a really strong flashlight, whether it's just car light shining at the camera over 20 kilometers. You can see on this footage tonight how clear it was and how easy it was to see across the ocean. You know, to me, this footage is demonstrating a flat plane. When the sea is a lot more heavy and rough, it's the sea that covers a lot of what we see. And now that we've got really calm nights here in Perth, I plan to show that to you over the next couple of weeks. Okay, this is up at Hillary's. Really poor quality, but right there, in the middle, the red light there, that is the North Mole Lighthouse, okay? Before I mentioned that there was a red light up on the top of one of the cranes. I use that red light when I'm at Hillary's to judge where I'm at. The actual North Mole Lighthouse light is much lower and more to the right. And that's how I know that I've got the right light. I don't expect you to believe me. I'm going to cop a lot of flack for saying that I've seen the North Mole Lighthouse. I took a video a couple of months ago and made an error, but I guarantee you I wouldn't say it unless I was 100% positive. You can see the North Mole Lighthouse from Hillary's, and I'm going to be going back tomorrow at twilight and I'm going to video it for you, and hopefully the conditions will be fine again. I'll be able to show you that we can get the North Mole Lighthouse from Hillary's. Look forward to that one tomorrow night, but really excited about how calm the conditions are in Perth at the moment, and I plan to do lots more observations coming up. Thanks for watching.